welcome back to Open. Our last guest is a singer, songwriter, and actor whose music is an eclectic blend of soul and sensuality. His 2015 debut, Art, Love, Passion, chronicles a story of failed love, continuing with those relatable lyrics and passionate vocals. His self-titled EP followed a year later. And currently, he's working on the follow-up to his 2021 singles, Mind Freak and Steal Away. Ashton is sure to serenade your blues away. Everyone, please welcome singer, songwriter, and actor AshtnMrtn with no vowels. I have to say that because they're going to see it in the lower thirds.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
the first question I have for you is, can I buy a vowel?
Man, you sure can. You sure can.
Why have you chosen to eliminate the vowels in your name?
Honestly, I just wanted to have something that was distinct and specific to me. And it just looks cooler. I had a friend suggest it one time. It was just my Instagram name at one point. And he was like, you should make this your real name. And I was like, yeah.
It's interesting. When I first looked at it, right, what I find interesting is that I was able to figure it out.
Love that. A lot of people can't.
At first, I got scared. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this?
Oh.
You know, because I know there's certain cultures that they also don't use vowels. But this is an entire name.
Yes.
And you didn't separate them either.
It's super easy. Yeah, just one word, AshtnMrtn, no vowels.
So how has life been treating you, AshtnMrtn?
Man, it's been a roller coaster, but it's been great. I've been just enjoying all the different doors that have been opening for me and just the ways that I've been able to just kind of leave my mark in different spaces.
You know, I know you're going to be performing for us later, but I just want to take a little trip on what these past couple of years have done for your artistry, right?
Yeah.
I love having this conversation with our artists because I know we've been technically open for over a year now, but I feel like this year is when things are really getting back
Absolutely.
to regularity, right? Some form of regularity.
Yeah.
And so, did you find yourself pivoting throughout the past 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pivoter just by nature. I
Right.
just kind of like to be, add a little variety to my plate. But yeah, you definitely had to, it was rough. I mean, you know, I'm a guy who goes to weekly events and like to network and meet people and hear music. So during that time, it was really kind of bleak because you're like, okay, you can't even, you know, our profession is being around people,
Right.
talking to people, sharing with people, communing, and you couldn't do any of that. So it was hard and just trying to find ways to get my artistry out there. You know, the internet was a great help and just, you know, artists coming together just to hang out outside and just kind of within safety. But still be able to like spend time together. And we got back to basics, just hanging out and just like sharing. You know?
And so, what do you think came out of your artistry having to pivot in that way of finding a way to supplement the fact that you're not going to be in people's presence, right? Because there's an exchange that happens there
yes.
that feeds the soul. And I
Absolutely.
think that if there's anything that we've all learned from the pandemic, it's that.
Yeah, I mean, I unfortunately lost two aunts to COVID. So it was, I guess what it taught me was to, you know, we don't have time to waste. So it was really just like, you know, when the opportunity presents itself to live and do something bigger than yourself, like do it now. Whatever it is you want to do now is the time to do it. So
And not
that
be
was the
afraid
lesson.
to
Yeah.
jump, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's out of what your norm, right? And again, this is why I was asking if you were pivoting because I also feel that art feeds art, and you have this just in your demeanor. It's very soothing. You're very
you.
like. So I'm like, you guys, you're way too
You know, it's early. We got to keep it real chill, you know.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, he's gonna soothe our souls, everybody. And I'm asking all these questions because it takes something to even be able to do that.
I agree. It takes a certain temperament, certain attention to detail, and intention, period.
So how do you feed that?
How do I feed that? You gotta live. Artists have to live. We have to like experience things. You have to go out and like, you know, see the world and meet people and have messed up things and cook, do laundry, deal with our parents.
Right,
Yeah.
the real world.
All those things fuel the music. and creativity.
Yeah, and it's also about your temperament in the matter, right? You're very calming, right? So I'm like you're
Until I'm not.
I like that. I like that. He's like, I am right now. So, I know you jump around and you also do some acting, you
Yeah.
do some filmmaking, and so I want to talk a little bit about those projects that you've had because, again, going back to the pivoting and multidisciplinary artistry, it really is what it boils down to, and I feel that as artists, I identify as one as well. It's kind of like our responsibility to really allow whatever needs to present itself to take life.
Yeah, it takes a certain amount of honesty and fearlessness because as artists, you're sharing yourself, you're sharing your story, experiences, and feelings. A lot of those feelings that the normal, everyday 9-to-5er doesn't necessarily get to express or want to express because of whatever.
So, do you find that music dominates over your performance, or like which do you?
That's a great question. I mean, music is like, I guess so. Music is number one for me.
Right, right.
I love to perform, and I love to perform my music and kind of like bring that whatever that idea was recorded to life. But music is just like, I mean, everything to me. Every week I'm patronizing an event. I'm listening to music. Music is my therapy. It's my joy. It's everything.
And so, where are you now with this release?
Woo, we're working on it. We're fine tuning. The years are going by. You know, I'm not a guy who like rushes music, so I like to take my time and listen again and over, and maybe I have to take something out or add something. And of course, music is in a place currently where trends are always changing every 6 months. So
it's really fast. It's really hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
And I even question, right? Because it's not my field specifically, but I find it so fascinating that, well, I will say, it's really good that you're able to kind of capitalize off of it independently, right? In the sense that you can do your own sales and just be out there. I don't really know how
which
it works.
is hard.
I know, but the fact that you have the ability to do it independently, that within itself, that changed the game,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
However, by the same token, because a lot of people are going that route, it's really, it's changing so rapidly that it's really challenging to keep up with it.
Yeah, I mean, tens of thousands of singles are released a day. So as an artist, your main goal now is to just like figure out what makes you stand out from the rest. You know, so part of that for me was, you know, the changing of the name and the abbreviation. You know, but sometimes it's marketing. Sometimes it's your approach to a release or whatever. So, you know, that as stressful as it is, it also is fun, and it gives you the opportunity to really kind of stretch your creativity.
Right. Well, you know, that's the business of the biz.
Yeah.
And that within itself is its own form of artistry. And this is what I'm saying. Like, not only are we in a day and age where people have to, I guess, brand themselves, right? That's pretty much what we're talking about. But it's the marketing aspect of making the sales simultaneously while being honest and honoring your craft.
Yeah.
Right? And so for me, and I'm bringing this all up because I'm hearing from you that it's like, I'm not really concerned about the sales right now. I'm more about the product that I'm designing and creating.
Honestly, as an artist, if you're trying to do this for real and full time and just like be multi-hyphenated, as I like to say, you can't even worry about the sales, can't worry about the money. Because there's ebbs and flows with all that. You know, you have to really be steadfast about like what your message is and whatever the art is.
And what about the fame, right? You know why I'm bringing this all up? Because you just come across as the type of individual that's like, you know what? I'm about honoring the craft. And I think it's so important that we have these conversations because everybody's out there trying to get famous like this and make money like this. And then something gets lost in that process.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd be lying if I said like that wasn't one of the main factors.
I think
when
we
I first
all
started.
want to live forever.
Yes, we all want to live
But
forever.
the question becomes, are you driven by it?
Driven by fame?
Yes.
I'm really driven by the music. The music is really what drives me. I mean, even with all the fast changing trends and sounds, like I think that it's amazing as well, because it's like, wow, like here's this new thing or something that was recycled or something that we used to do that's kind of come back in this new form. So it's always interesting to me, the art and how it changes and flows and evolves or devolves or whatever. You know what I mean? I just think that in itself is fascinating.
Yeah, like how Hollywood just repurposes, right?
Yeah.
It's
Music
like,
too.
come on, there's so many new artists out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, man. But you know,
I know. We got to go with the flow, right? So before we go, just share with everyone what we're going to be getting a taste of, and where you people can, I guess, get it, and where you see yourself in this new development.
yeah, man. So new music is definitely coming soon, hopefully this year, by the summertime. I'm a part of this short series called Her. It's on OTV, and you can download the app on your app store. And I have a show coming up at Ashford & Simpson's Sugar Bar, the legendary Sugar Bar.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, so I'm doing a Marvin Gaye tribute.
Nice.
Midnight Love, a tribute to Marvin Gaye.
Of course, how appropriate. Yes.
April 15th, which is a Saturday. So just call up Sugar Bar, make some reservations, and have dinner and drinks and hear some sexy sounds.
Love it. Ouch. AshtnMrtn. Woo! I'm already like sweating.
Yeah, come on, girl.
You guys don't go anywhere, because when we return, AshtnMrtn is going to perform for us here in studio after the break.